Hi, Shayna. Welcome. Here come the vocal exercises. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Good blood, bad blood. Good blood, bad blood. Good blood, bad blood. Good blood, bad blood. Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. Toy boat. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. 11 benevolent elephants. The black bug bled black blood. 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 Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock, Peggy Babcock. I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. I am a thistle sifter. I have 7 sieves of unsifted thistles, and 7 sieves of sifted thistles, for I am a thistle sifter. I am a thistle sifter. I have 7 sieves of unsifted thistles, and 7 sieves of sifted thistles, for I am a thistle sifter. Amidst the mists of fiercest frosts, with barest wrists and stoutest boasts, he thrusts his fists against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. Oh, what a to-do to die today, at a minute or two to two, a thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do, for they'll beat a tattoo at 20 to 2, a rat-a-tat-tat, a tat-a-tattoo, and the dragon will come when he hears the drum, at a minute or two to two today, at a minute or two to two. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in. She stood on the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping, and amicably welcoming him in. Every single syllable I speak upon the stage has been specifically, scientifically selected to stimulate the sections of your cerebrum that set and sustain that certain satisfying psychological state. 1 hen. 1 hen, 2 ducks. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 corpulent porpoises, 5 limerick oysters, 6 pairs of Don Alfonso's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonian warriors in full battle array, 8 brass monkeys from the ancient sacred crypts of Egypt, 9 apathetic, diabetic, sympathetic old men on roller skates with a marked propensity for procrastination and sloth. And finally, give me the gift of a grip-top sock. A drip-drape, ship-shaped, tip-top sock. Not your spiv, slick, slapstick, slip-slop stock, but a plastic, elastic, grip-top sock. No, your fantastic slack swap-slop from a slapdash, flash-cash, haberdash shop. Not a knick-knack, knit-lock, knock-kneed knickerbocker sock with a mock-shot blob-modeled trick-tick-tocker clock. Not a rucked-up, puckered-up, flop-top sock. Not a super sheer, seersucker, puka sack smock sock. Not a spot, speckled, frog, freckled, shape-shake sock off a hodgepodge, moss-blotched, botched scotch block. Nothing slip, slop, drip, drop, flip-flop, or clip-clop. Tip me a tip-top, grip-top sock. All right. Magic time. Don't you doubt it. Yeah, this is all the AR I've done so far. It wasn't all this week. I've done it over several weeks, and I had no idea how to share it. I didn't want to share it on social media where people would see it, so I figured this would be the perfect place to show people some of the work I've done. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know. I'll tell you all about it. Oh, the tongue twisters are fun. The more I do them, the easier they are. All right, 28 seconds is exciting stuff. Oh my gosh, Stephanie's here. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you doing this beautiful day? Thanks for coming to the big stream. It's going to be a fun one today. In about 14 seconds. Oh, it's not that I don't want people to see my art. I just, there's a big stigma on AI art right now. And people judge artists who use it. So I'm waiting for that to blow over before I start showing off. All right, it's magic time. Here we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, well, look at this. It's coming together. It worked. I fixed it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Johnny Millwater, and welcome to Johnny's favorite, or Johnny's happy place, I suppose. Got all kinds of fun things picked out for you today. We're going to go right to the chat, though, because we already got friends ready to go. So let's take a look. Let's head to the chat chalet. Merit from space. I don't know what that means. All right. Here we go. He'll be joining us soon. Okay. First of all, Stephanie's here. That's my half-sister all the way from beautiful Kentucky. My dear friend DJ Shayna is there in the chat, driving things as always. Thank you very much for being here. And she, it turns out, has recruited a new viewer. He'll be joining us shortly. He's a trivia host I met at one of my shows. Just a friend for my information. Hey, who am I to pry? You do you, DJ Shayna. That's the way I feel about it. Well, I look forward to meeting them, and thank you very much for inviting them. I hope you'll keep them company while I'm doing my foolishness. I hate to go spin the wheel already, but we've run out of things to talk about in the chat. Is there anything else on your mind? Type it on up. I'd love to know how you've been doing the past couple of weeks. I haven't seen you in 3 or 4 weeks, I think, Stephanie. Welcome back. How are you? How are things in Kentucky? Is the weather cooling off? Let's spin the wheel. I got all kinds of fun stuff picked out for you this week. Shakespeare. Nice. Meet me in the Shakespeare Theater, would you please? Well, we got a sonnet and a monologue from the Scottish play today. So let's start with the sonnet before Dad gets here. You can flirt with him when he arrives, but he doesn't like the sonnets, we know. Well, things are hot, work is good, and my back surgery is a go. I hope it's a go. I hope you lost the weight and you're ready for the back surgery. Or I can't wait to find out how that sentence ends. Meanwhile, here's Sonnet 35 by William Shakespeare. No more be grieved at that which thou hast done. Roses have thorns, and silver fountains mud. Clouds and eclipses stain both moon and sun, and loathsome canker lives in sweetest bud. All men make faults, and even I, in this, authorizing thy trespass, with compare, myself corrupting, salving thy amiss, excusing thy sins more than thy sins are, for to thy sensual fault I bring in sense. Thy adverse party is thy advocate, and 'gainst myself a lawful plea commence. Such civil war is in my love and hate, that I, an accessory, needs must be to that sweet thief which sourly robs from me. Wonder what that meant. Oh, hey, all right, we got people. This is fun. Welcome, Derzant. I have a feeling that you are spamming. That's how it all begins. Spread the word. All right. Oh, here's the finished thought from Stephanie. Stephanie said things are hot, work is good, and your back surgery is set for September 26th. Fantastic. I'm so glad to hear. I hope you feel way better really, really soon. Oh, it's a relief. My back just started hurting again after about 2 weeks ago. I think there's something wrong with the bed. But it's the first time I've had it in a while. Nonsequently's here. Welcome, Nonsequently. Welcome back, Julia. How you doing? You're here with DJ Shayna and my sister, Stephanie, who is Ms. Miro. Is that Melro? Ms. Melro, 2012. That's Stephanie, my sister. We just finished up our first sonnet for the day. Please bring me up to speed on what's going on with you. Now, Shayna, she says that I wasn't sure if you'd be here with the holiday weekend. Aw, nice way to make her feel special. Well, you guys, do your thing. I'll spin the wheel. Dad jokes. All right, meet me in a comedy club. I don't know if you have any for us, Shayna, but I got a couple picked out. I'm going to start with this one. This is awful. Here we go. Turn sideways so I look thinner. Why do melons have big weddings? Because they can't elope. All right, so enough of that. Spin the wheel. They can't, though, because they're melons. Nice. Pros make me in the pros library. That makes sense. It's faster to type, Julia. That's just science. That's just productivity. It's that kind of attention to detail that makes DJ Shayna great, in my opinion. And please bring me up to speed. How was your week, Julia? I just read the stuff when we run out of stuff. I read the stuff when we run out of stuff to talk about in the big chat. So how you doing? I had a pretty good week. I'll tell you all about it during Roses and Thorns, I suppose. But if there's anything on your mind, just I forgot about autocorrect and non-sequently. That's right. I had that problem myself. Don't mind at all. It's just a habit to tag people. Oh, that's lovely. Ooh, I'm so glad you said that. Non-sequently, I have been wanting to ask you for so long, because Shayna doesn't have any Twitch experience except watching our show, and God bless you for being here. It makes every show better. Dad's not a Twitch person. Stephanie's not a Twitch person. You're the only Twitch person on here. Do you have any advice on more twitchy things we can do? I forget how I used to have a whole bunch of crap in the chat, and I don't remember how to do any of it. Is there anything that sticks out in your mind that makes a Twitch stream really fun for you? Because I'm trying to constantly upgrade this thing, and it's been kind of coasting for a few weeks. Except, of course, for the wonderful guests who get better every week. Let's see, Shannon wanted to know, did you do anything fun for the weekend so far? Yes, I did. Yesterday was Saturday, and Saturday is Dad's son breakfast. It was Orion's first week of school, so we sat down. We had breakfast at my favorite place, the Sunflower Restaurant on Statesville. And we talked about his first week of school, and then we did a driving lesson, and then we took a nap. Separately, But then we came home. Let's see, Debbie made burgers last night. She was home last night. She made burgers and strawberry shortcake, and that was wonderful. And that's about it, though. I didn't leave the house much. I don't leave the house much nowadays. So, thanks for asking. What about you? What'd you do this weekend? Anything cool? Let's see. What do you call... Oh, here we go. What do you call a bunch of dads hanging out together? Bunch of gaggle of dads? A father of dads? I don't know. What do you call a bunch of dads hanging out together? I can't wait to find out. Dads are called a potty. Especially funny if you're from Boston. Potty. Hey, speaking of Boston, I'm watching a television show right now. I like that one. Speaking of television, I'm watching a show right now that takes place in Boston. So everybody has thick Boston accents. It's called Kevin Can F Himself. It's on the AMC. It just dropped on Netflix, and it stars Annie Murphy from that wonderful show, Schitt's Creek. There it is. And I just watched Schitt's Creek for the third time with my son a couple of weeks back, and I've grown a whole new attachment to Annie Murphy, and she's wonderful on this show. And it's interesting because about half the show is a 3-camera sitcom with a laugh track and an audience, and half the show is a 1-camera drama with the same characters switching from one world to another. So it's interesting, and it's kept my attention so far for 3 or 4 episodes. I also watched Preacher last week, and Preacher was pretty great. I watched the first 2 seasons. I read the comic books back in the day. Preacher is about a guy from Texas who is a preacher and finds out that he has the ability to use the word of God to make people do anything that he wants to. It's like a superpower, and he hangs out with his buddy who's like a junkie vampire, like 300-year-old junkie vampire, and he hangs out with his ex-girlfriend who's this badass lady from Texas. And it's a great show of them going on adventures. I enjoyed that too. All right. Oh, hey, we got some stuff. People said, first of all, my Stephanie laughed at your joke. Very nice. Not so they said, oh my God, I've been watching that too. You're the first person I've encountered to watch that too. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh, this is what makes streaming fun. Okay, I spent too much time at home this weekend, but I'm super tired from this new med that I'm on. Well, tired is one side, but do you also feel better? Are you also feeling more optimistic? That's usually how I'm able to rate how my medication depression is working. It's obviously several factors, but optimism is usually what I can point to say it's there or not, and it means it's working correctly. I do. I love how they film it. I have not seen Chaos. That just came out yesterday, I think, but I'll watch it for sure because I love the Jeff Goldblum. Have you seen Chaos? How is it? How would you describe it? And Shayna, have you been watching anything good lately? You said you were back at the house. I'm always curious. I tell you what, while you guys tell me about all that, I'll read a little bit of prose. I got some small stuff for you here. I think you're going to love it. All right, here we go. This is a nice one. This one almost went under wisdom because it's from a self-help book, but I think you'll enjoy it very much. This is called The Empty Cup Principle by Christopher Chase. Shape clay into a vessel. It is the space within that makes it useful. Benefit comes from what is there, usefulness from what is not there. That's from Lao Tzu and Tao Te Ching. Now, a source of much stress and difficulty in life, I think, is that most of us look to the world to bring us happiness. We believe that we need to continuously fill ourselves with things and experiences in order to be happy. We have been taught by society that happiness must be acquired outside ourselves. That a perfect score, beautiful partner, new job, new car, wonderful meal, great vacation, glass of wine, lottery ticket, better education, higher salary, political victory, slice of pecan pie, or another Olympic gold medal will make us happy. And so, we continuously look for sources of happiness outside ourselves, in the world, seeking to fill every moment of our lives with people and setting and consumption, perpetual dissatisfaction, stress, fear, and anxiety. And it's a trap. As the Rolling Stones pointed out, no matter how much we try, there is no path to satisfaction. So what is? Happiness, as both Lao Tzu and Buddha shared long ago, comes from letting go of desires, not filling them, connecting deeply with people and nature, being creative, making things by hand, releasing comparisons and expectations, practicing meditation and mindfulness, creating stillness within ourselves rather than trying to fill the silence. Both peace and happiness arise by opening one's heart to the beauty and mystery of life as it is, not comparing yourself to others, not seeking for new things to fill the addictive void that modern society generates. Happiness is actually a natural state of the soul or the spirit when we let go of our grasping and desire for more and instead open our hearts and minds to appreciate what already is. Peace and happiness arise together when we stop seeking and open ourselves to the world, becoming aware of how beautiful life already is, just as it is. Clouds in the sky, a sip of cool water, the movement of our bodies and breath, the laughter and smiling eyes of those we love, cooking healthy food, listening to the sounds of bird songs, and seeing the trees swaying in the wind. This is the wisdom of emptiness in Buddhism and Taoism, the path of the Yoga Nidra from Hinduism. It's about creating space within yourself, emptying your inner cup so that deeper connection becomes possible, so the world can flow through you like a river. It's about gratitude and appreciation of being rather than seeking. Being grateful, being loving and kind, being mindful, being alive. Without cultivating inner emptiness, we cannot connect with life deeply. By letting go of the seeking mind, happiness will arrive, right here and now, in this moment, right where we are. As the Beatles put it, the wind is low, the birds will sing, that you are a part of everything. Dear Prudence, won't you open up your eyes? I thought that was lovely. Ooh, look at all this. This is great. I have not seen Chaos. Insomnia does suck. Oh, Shayna, how many days have you been not sleeping? Is it related to the medication, do you think? I'm so sorry. That's tough. That's really rough. Oh, not so quickly said she had a week off. which has been busy but nice. That's cool. That's unusual if you'd have a whole week off. That's great. Spent yesterday floating in the pool, and it was question mark. We'll never know. Probably good. Sounds good. It's probably an emoji that just doesn't exist on my little scanner. Who knows? Shayna says, Jeff Goldblum is so good. How true that is. It's interesting to see a retelling of the myths structured that way. Is that what it is? It's a retelling of most of the major myths in modern times? That sounds very educational, actually. I'm mad. Shayna says, I was so excited to have finished a book. I don't think I've read a book from cover to cover in years. I'm kind of embarrassed to say. That's all right. I'm dyslexic myself. I got to force myself every single time. But I thought that you would really enjoy that. I'm so glad to hear it. For those of you who are just joining us, hi, Dad. Shayna had her birthday a couple weeks back, and I gave her my favorite book on creativity by John Cleese of Monty Python. It's only about that thick, but it's an excellent book full of useful information, and I knew she'd enjoy it, and she did, and that makes me very, very happy. Manager of the Gods says I can get some cheap viewers. I don't know. You guys don't seem too cheap. You guys seem all right. I tend to listen to audiobooks these days, but the book you gave me was very quick, easy, and engaging read. Thank you again for a great birthday gift. Nobody does gratitude better than you do, Shayna. That's lovely. You're quite welcome, and thank you for being so kind about it. Now, Shayna says, how's little Debbie today? Am I allowed to call her that, or is that just your nickname for her? That's not my nickname for all of her. No, you shouldn't call her little Debbie. Just call her Debbie. Yeah, just Debbie or Mrs. Millwater. Either one's good. Debbie is sleeping right now. She had last night off, so she has this morning off. So she's probably hanging out with the dogs and playing with the kids. I think they're going to a water park today, and they're going to have a great time, and then they're going to go ride some roller coasters. So all kinds of fun for people with good, strong hearts. I hope they have a blast doing it, and I wish I could be with them. Let's see. Dad is amongst you. Father has entered. Yes. Yes, yes, that is a dirty nickname. Yes, it's Little Debbie is my nickname for her little snack cake. You know what I'm talking about there? Huh? You know what I'm talking? Huh? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, you're with me. Shayna says, yes, possible side effects are insomnia, lethargy, appetite increase, and weight gain. Not sure I'm going to keep taking it. All worth it if you're feeling better, in my humble opinion. And you don't need to lose any more weight. You look very, very, very healthy. So I think putting on a couple pounds might even make you look a little better, in my opinion. It's not my place to comment on people's bodies and appearances. You're lovely just as you are, but who knows? Maybe that's just my taste. There you go. I won't call her Little Debbie. That is a very, very good idea. I call her Baby Bear. How about that? That's not dirty. I call her Baby Bear because she's just right. And she has been for years. Stephanie's here. Dad's here. We're all caught up with the chat. Let's roll the dice. Or let's roll the wheel and we'll talk some more. Hey, Dad, everybody's here. This is the best turnout yet. All 4 viewers at the same time. It's a happy place record. Let's spin the wheel. Got to find it first. There it is. Feel free to talk amongst each other. This is great. Zen Koan. Very nice. Meet me at the campfire. Now, as all of you know, Zen Koans are short stories that are traditionally used to teach important lessons in Zen Buddhism. There's about 100 of them in the standard teachings. This is Zen Koan number 73. This is Zen Koan 73, 10 Successors. Zen pupils take a vow that even if they are killed by their teacher, they intend to learn Zen. Usually they cut a finger and seal their resolution with blood. In time, the vow has become a mere formality, and for this reason, the pupil who died by the hand of Aikido was made to appear a martyr. Aikido had become a severe teacher. His pupils feared him. One day on duty, striking the gong to tell them the time of day, he missed his beats when his eye was distracted by a beautiful girl passing the temple gate. At that moment, Aikido, who was directly behind him, hit him with a stick, and the shock happened to kill him. That's how I want to go. The pupil's guardian, hearing of the accident, went directly to Aikido. Knowing that he was not to blame, he praised the master for his severe teaching. Aikido's attitude was just the same as if the pupil were still alive. After this took place, he was able to produce, under his guidance, more than 10 enlightened successors, a very unusual number. Get enlightened, or I'm going to hit you in the head with a stick. Aikido. That was his commercials. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, hey, all kinds of high. If she's baby bear, does that make you Papa Bear? Yes, indeed it does. How's your back, Stephanie? We've heard good things. I like to hear Stephanie's getting her surgery in a couple of weeks. Almost done. Wonderful. Shayna wants to flirt with us. She's glad she's here. I've lost the weight, so my surgeries for September 25th. Yay! So happy for you. It's not the same without you. It's absolutely true. Thanks for coming, Dad. We got 100% participation in here now. This is great. And I hear there's a new guy coming. And I started advertising on my Facebook, so maybe some other people will come stick their head in. You don't know. But this is the four I need. This is my people. Love you guys. Let's keep this going. Let's spin the wheel while we think about what to talk about. Hey, North Carolina Lake guy, welcome. Wisdom. Let's lay down some wisdom from on high. Don't get the wrong idea about the show, Lake. There's only one part that's kind of preachy. It's this part right here, where we talk about wisdom that I read, secular wisdom from various writers around the world. Hey! Welcome to Johnny's Happy Place. Thanks for being here. I'm guessing you're calling in. You're writing in from North Carolina, possibly a lake. Is that right? Is it Lake Norman? That's my favorite. And I know you're a friend of Shayna's. If you're just joining us, there's a young lady named Ms. Melrose in the room. That is my sister, Stephanie. My father is J. Mill H2O. My friend is Nonsequently and DJ Shayna. And you, sir, are the fifth. And it's the first time we have had 5 viewers. So I am quite excited. And I'm glad you're here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, buddy. Tell you what, while you type that up, I'm going to lay down some wisdom from on high, and then we'll come back and talk to you. But just type us up. Tell us where you're from, what you do, what you're interested in, something. Give me something to go on. Maybe a real name if you don't want to be secret. My name's Johnny. Glad you're here. All right. Here's a piece of wisdom. This is from a book called A Year of Miracles, written by Marianne Williamson. Spells like it sounds. A tulip doesn't strive to impress anyone. It doesn't struggle to be different than a rose. It doesn't have to. It is different. And there's room in the garden for every flower. You didn't have to struggle to make your face different than anyone else's on earth. It just is. You are unique because you were created that way. Look at little children in kindergarten. They're all different without trying to be. As long as they're unselfconsciously being themselves, they can't help but shine. It's only later, when children are taught to compete, to strive to be better than others, that their natural light becomes distorted. There we go. Wisdom from on high. Oh, yeah. That's true. Let's see. What do we got? Daniel's my friend. Thanks for the invite. We've had more than 5 viewers before? Oh, I thought this... Hey, I lose track. Oh, yeah. Welcome, North Carolina Lake guy. Thanks for being here. Continue. Oh, Daniel, thank you very much. I do take requests if you have any favorite poems or songs. Let's go to the wheel. I'll show you what the options are. Really, I just want to chat with you. As you can see, the wheel, you could do wisdom, riddles, monologue, talk about our feelings, a short story, poem, joke, Zen Koan, song. It's a cappella. That's where I read lyrics. Let's do that. It's true. Shayna has made many requests, more than anybody, and I sincerely appreciate it. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a Shayna request today when Monologue comes up on the wheel. And, yes, you have a 24-hour pass for the Ask Me Anything. It's just like, some people do an hour of Ask Me Anything. I do the whole thing. Throw in a question you want to know. All right, I am going to this ought to be interesting. You'll love this or hate this. I would like to perform a song now. I don't sing particularly well, so I like to read lyrics dramatically. And my favorite lyricist, my favorite musician, in fact, both, is a guy named Ben Folds from right here in North Carolina. He's my favorite, so I've picked out 2 Ben Folds songs to read. The first of which is, let's see. Picture Window. Now, technically, this is not written by Ben Folds. This is written by Nick Hornby, the filmmaker and author. But the two of them got together, and Nick Hornby wrote a whole bunch of lyrics, and then Ben Folds wrote music around them. So if you'd like to hear how the song is sung, I highly recommend you check out Picture Window by Ben Folds and Nick Hornby. Now, heads up, this is sad. Okay. We checked into the hospital New Year's Eve. Nothing to be done about that. Rainbows, daffodils, she's not naive. Symbolism's all crap. And here's a big picture window in the room on the ward with a view over Parliament Hill. But the view offers more joy than they can afford when there's this much pain to kill. You know what hope is? Hope is a bastard. Hope is a liar, a cheat, and a thief. If hope comes near you, kick its backside. Got no place in days like these. The dust, the darkness surrenders the color as the fireworks streak the sky, and their window gives them the prettiest picture, and their useless luck makes her want to cry. Then it turns midnight, the shitty whole year's spent. Another mom deserves some sparkling wine, and she nearly gives into the moment, but he'll still be sick in 2009. See upcoming pop shows, get tickets for your favorite artists. That's not part of the song. I think that was put in by accident. You know what hope is? Hope is a bastard. Hope is a liar, a cheat, and a tease. Hope comes near you, kick its backside. Got no place in days like these. And just as she's thinking of pulling the blind down, a rocket bursts in front of her eyes. The city lit up. London's given a bright crown. She tries and fails to stop. Spirits rise. You know what hope is? Hope is a bastard. Hope is a liar, a cheat, and a tease. Hope comes near you, kick its backside. Got no place in days like these. In days like these. Beautiful song. Very sad. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right. We got lots from DJ and nothing from Daniel. That's all right, Danny. Just sit back and relax, buddy. You don't have any job except to watch the show. You don't even have to do that. Anyway, Ben Folds, look him up. He's great. Let's see. Shayna is just telling us about some stuff I do. Oh, trivia host. Very nice. I fool around with that a little bit on cruise ships for a while. I am a fan of George Carlin. Hi, welcome from Shayna. Excuse me, from Stephanie. And Daniel is a trivia host. Well, I look forward to hearing from him. Feel free to say nothing or just to sit there. Yes. Excellent. I think that's referring to George Carlin. Don't know for sure. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, that song by Ben Folds is so moving. That's heavy, dude. All right, Monologue. Meet me at the theater. Enjoy your breakfast, Dad. You don't have to do anything. What you having for breakfast today? Always curious. All right, as I promised, I'm doing a monologue. This is just for Shayna. This is Elle's graduation speech from Legally Blonde. I haven't actually seen Legally Blonde yet, but I should. It's a very, very, very good monologue. It's very short. I hope you enjoy it, and I understand it has been plagiarized by at least one presidential. Okay, here we go. One presidential candidate. I'm reading the chat and I have no idea what's going on. So, here we go. This is the graduation speech from Legally Blonde. On our first day at Harvard, a very wise professor quoted Aristotle. The law is reason, free from passion. Well, no offense to Aristotle, but in my 3 years at Harvard, I have come to find that passion is a key ingredient to the study and practice of law and of life. It is with passion, courage, and conviction, and strong sense of self that we take our next steps into the world, remembering that first impressions are not always correct. You must always have faith in people. And most importantly, you must always have faith in yourself. That's inspiring. Nice. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. We got some information about our new friend. Now, North Carolina Lake guy says his name is Daniel. He's a dad, he's a brother, he's a son, he's a friend, defined by his roles. Shout out Deepak Chopra. Very nice. I'm all those things too. Former wrestler, very cool. Are you a professional wrestler or are you a amateur wrestler? There you go, beat me to it. Thank you, Shayna. I'm a great fan of professional wrestling. I've learned most of the stuff that I know about entertainment from watching professional wrestling. Nerd trivia host, nice. Coffee lover. Now it sounds like you're my kind of people. His favorite quote is, "I am part of all that I have met." Very nice. Sounds like my kind of guy. Glad you're here, Daniel. I hope you enjoy. All right, Johnny's known to perform curling monologues. Orange and banana. I have no idea. Oh, we're finishing my breakfast. Is it an orange and a banana? I figured it out. Let's see. I'm picturing Mario Lopez as AC Slater, captain of the Bayside High wrestling team. Yes, well, enjoy. I'm going to take a minute to picture Nomi. I'm sorry, that was her character in Showgirls. And we're back. Okay. Did the Olympics. Respect. Oh, huge respect. Did you go in college, high school, amateur tournaments? I know nothing about amateur wrestling, but I'm interested. Tell me all about it. What made you decide to step away? Injury? Pacifist? We'll find out together. All right, monologue is done. Let us spin the wheel. I did watch Saved by the Bell. When I said know me, I was referring one of the characters from Saved by the Bell made a film called Showgirls later on, and I prefer that to Saved by the Bell, so that's why I brought it up. I opened for Screech on 3 separate occasions. Ooh, impressive. Here we go. Torn ACL in the Olympic trials. Well, I'm very sorry to hear. Poem. Nice. Meet me in the Poetry Corner. Yeah, I was opening for him, Shayna. It's where we met. I think I was opening. I opened for him in Lake Norman. Oh, the Charlotte Comedy Zone. No, I didn't see him here. I saw him I opened for him in Lake Norman. Oh, Lake guy, he said that he tore his ACL in Olympic trials. I'm very sorry to hear about your injury, but you got to admit that's a badass place to get it. Huh? That's a fun story to tell. I wish I had cool injuries. I had a heart attack. I was just sitting in a chair. Wish I was in the Olympic trials. I wish there were Olympic trials for sitting in a chair. I'd win the gold. All right, I picked out a couple of poems. I did. I opened for Screech. I opened for Dustin Diamond at the Lake Norman Comedy Zone, and then we hung out at his hotel afterwards and talked magic mostly. We both used to be card magicians, so that's how we connected. All right, I have lots of poems to choose from. Here's a nice one. This is, get my headphones on this so we can get the full range of my gorgeous voice. Here we go. This is Count That Day Lost by George Eliot. I can do magic too, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I was a magician from the time I was 11 until I was about 23. I was a magician. All right, here we go. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Just so you know, the reason that everything's set up this way, Daniel, is because I trimmed this half of the screen and I put it up on TikTok and YouTube, just the small part. So that's why it's all set up this way. So that's why I repeat the title and everything. This is Count That Day Lost by George Eliot. If you sit down at set of sun and count the acts that you have done, and counting, find one self-denying deed, one word that eased the heart of him who heard, one glance most kind that fell like sunshine where it went, then you may count that day well spent. But if through all the livelong day you've cheered no heart by yea or nay, if through it all you've nothing done that you can trace that brought the sun shine to one face, no act most small that helped some small soul and nothing cost, then count that day as worse than lost. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Let's go up to speed. We were talking about magic. Yes, I can do magic. I love it. Are you a magician too? Always curious to meet other magicians, especially ones who don't do it for a living. The professionals are kind of creepy, but the people who are passionate about it are usually pretty great. Yes. Stephanie knows I could do magic. She had to watch all my card tricks when I was a kid. And Shayna says, I'd like to see someone impersonate Dustin Diamond at the Ghost of Comics Past show. I think you might be the only one. He wasn't even popular when he was alive. But certainly something to talk about. At the Ghost of Comics Past show, something we're going to be talking about. Shayna and I are getting together on Tuesday to discuss it. And I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, there we go. I've never done George Carlin. I don't look enough like George Carlin. I just am a completely different size and shape as the man. So, I try not to. Plus, it's really hard to memorize. This stuff is thick. The only thing that I've been able to pull off really well, I do a Mitch Hedberg every year, and I do a Rodney Dangerfield every year. Those are the only two I feel I can do. And with this thing going on, I'm not even sure I can do those anymore. But we'll find out. We'll talk about it. Dad says I'm an excellent magician, and that makes me very happy. Thank you, Dad. You're kind. He used to drive me to St. Pete every month for my magic meetings so I can learn it all. I don't look like normal Mitch. You're absolutely right. I look a lot like Mitch when I have the wig on. I stick my chin out like this. I look a lot like Mitch Hedberg. I make all my dating relationships disappear. Give me but time. I don't look like Norm or Mitch. How true that is. All right. All caught up. Do a great job with all of them, regardless of how you look. Well, you're very kind. Thank you. I enjoy doing them. But it's a massive amount of work, and I can't wait to talk to you about it. All right, let's see. Let's spin the wheel. Nice. Roses and Thorns. Love it. Meet me at the Chat Chalet. Come on in. Roses and Thorns work like this, my friend. It's a weekly check-in on how everybody's doing. A tradition at my dinner table with my kids is we talk about our roses and thorns for the day. The roses, of course, the good things that happen, and the thorns are the things that aren't quite so good. So what are your roses and thorns for the week? I'll tell you mine while you think about it. Let's see. I already told you on last Sunday, I wrote a song with my writing partner Craig. Had a great time doing that. We are three quarters of the way through a parody song of YMCA called Carpe Diem. It's fun and uplifting. It's going to be in our Joyful Noise show. We have our first date for Joyful Noise. It's October 13th. Please mark your calendar, Shayna, because I would like you to work there with us. I haven't figured out exactly where we need you yet, but I know we need you. So October 13th. It's a Sunday. I hope you'll be a part of it, and we'll talk privately about what you want to do. So that's cool. So that was exciting. And then on Monday, there was an open mic, and that made me happy. It was Craig's open mic, and I got to do 5 minutes that I'd never done before and see a whole bunch of funny comics. And then Tuesday was the new material night here at the Comedy Zone, where Shayna was kind enough to come and see the show, take some pictures, and laugh with her, brought her friend Elizabeth, if I recall her name, Elizabeth. And it's always so nice to see Shayna. I stayed at the end, we took pictures, made me really happy. It was just a great show, just a fantastic lineup. I won't mention all the names because 3/4 of you aren't from Charlotte, but it's the people I would pick as the funniest people in town, and I love it. So, but yeah, you're from Lake Norman. Okay, we had Paul Platt didn't show, but we had Fred Lake Norman guy. I want him to be a part of the fun because there's a lot of funny comedians in town. We had me. I'm Johnny Millwater. We had Max Summers, who's amazing. It's Max Summer, singular. We had I don't remember names. Anyway, lots of funny people. Jimmy Briggs. We had Jimmy Briggs. We had Joy Wills. Oh, I think I could do this. We had Jason Allen King, of course, the host and producer. He's a brilliant man and a very good producer. Rock solid show. And a couple more folks who were great. It was closed out by Don Garrett and Jonathan Williams, who were both very, very funny. So that was a great show, and I was proud to be working on it. So that was Tuesday. And then Wednesday through Sunday. Thursday, I'm writing with my writing partner, and I got together my other writing partner, Stu Watson, who is putting together a variety show that's based on a living wake. You know, it's like a fake funeral for himself, but it's also a variety show. So we've been working on that for a couple of months, and we have a writer's room that we're going to be doing in September. It's the first time I've put together a writer's room professionally, as opposed to doing it for the projects that I work on, and I got a really good team. I'm very excited about that. So that was Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, hanging with the kids. And Sunday, you're looking at it, baby. And then tomorrow, It's a day off, so we're going to go to the woods. We love going to the woods and having like a picnic at our local place called Ribbon Walk. It's a really, really nice nature preserve. So that's my roses. My thorns, my back hurts now. I don't know why. That's new. And yeah, I can't remember the other thorns. How sweet is that? Sure, there's how the dogs are still making a mess and scratching everybody up, and but they're beautiful and they make me happy every time I see them. That's all I can think of. What are your roses and thorns? Let's find out. Oh, here we go. Same as always, rose alone, thorn alone. You're not alone, Dad. You got us. We're all in this together. And Shayna, you're still texting him a couple times a week, aren't you? Sending him funny memes and stuff? Let's see. Rose, I've been working on my website. Wait a minute, hold on. My goals for my back were met. Yay! I totally wish I could have confetti or something fall out of the sky because that is spectacular, and I'm super happy for you. I'm really, really glad you have that to look forward to now, and I hope you feel 100% better right away. Thorn, worried about the time I will miss off work. Forgive me. Fuck them, okay? This is time for you to feel better. From pain to no pain, that's so much more important than any kind of work for anybody else. You got this. Let's see. Lake Norman people are funny. Must be the water. I do love Lake Norman. Shayna says, Thorn, I've been taking thousands of videos, photos for my gigs. I hear that. It's a bit overwhelming and time-consuming to go through all of them. That's very true. I admire you. For what reason are you going through all of them? That's a giant pile. I would recommend hiring somebody or trading or something. Because I just go through my one video a week to post, clips. But if I looked back at my old stand-up videos and all the other piles of stuff I had, I'd never get through it. You record all of it to learn from it, but then to go back to it, I can't even imagine. But I'm happy that you're looking at happier times. I hope it's making you feel good. Shayna says, I'd love to help you and Craig. I look forward to hearing more details. We'll talk about it on Tuesday. Jim, I miss flirting. I've forgotten how, Shayna. Dad, that's a bunch of crap, and you know it. You cannot function around a woman without flirting. I've known you for many years. It's as natural to you as oxygen, and there's no pretending it's not. All right, we're all caught up on the chat. Tell me more roses and thorns, folks. How about you, Lake Guy? What's going on in your life? You married? You got kids? You got a job besides the trivia hosting? Because that's a pretty sweet gig. I love those. Tell me all about it. Trying to improve my website to get more gigs. Let's talk about that, too. We can get you more gigs, and I'm not sure the website's the way to do it. With wonderful, we'll talk about it. I think one-on-one is where you're going to shine because you're very, very likable. This all works on you, so I think you do much better just one at a time. But that's okay. We'll talk about it. Single as a Pringle. That's a ridiculous statement. I have never seen a Pringle by itself in the history of the world. Pringles travel and exist in groups, large groups. Still, it's cute. Rhymes. I like it. I want my website to reflect how much fun my events are, as well you should. Stills. In my experience, fun is best expressed through stills. If you can capture a single moment as opposed to trying to capture 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Just a single laugh, a single flash of light, just the moments. That's how the fun is expressed in my advertising. What the hell do I know? All right, Pringle. Single as a Pringle. All right, let's spin the wheel. How are we doing on today? Hey, fantastic. We are halfway through the show, ladies and gentlemen, and you're all doing a great job. 1,000 words in that still. All right. Oh, yes. Every picture's worth 1,000 words. I get it. Takes me a minute sometimes. I'm a bit slow on the input. Thank you for being kind about it. Appreciate your input, she says. Thank you. Let's spin the wheel some more. Oh, Shakespeare. All right, folks, meet me at the Shakespeare stage. Welcome to the Shakespeare Corner. I have picked out for you a monologue from the Scottish play. I'm not going to say the name of it. Most of us are in showbiz here. I'm glad you're participating too, Daniel. Thanks for being here. Let's see. This is from the Scottish play, and this was actually performed by Lady Scottish Play. Let's see if I can bring you up to speed on the moment that he's talking. She has just found out that her husband, Scottish Play, has won some of the wars. Well, it was very successful in battle. The king, Duncan, is extremely proud of him, and he's so proud of him that Duncan is about to visit their home, which is called, I forget the name of the home. Anyway, it's a castle, and it's very, very nice. It's in Scotland, which makes perfect sense for this character. Anywho, she realizes that the king is coming to visit her house, and she also realizes that if she were to kill the king while he visits, then her husband would become king. So this is her trying to get herself psyched up to murder King Duncan when he comes to visit their house, which is not Elsinore. That's Hamlet. This house is, guess we'll never know. Okay, here we go. From the Scottish play. Oh, by the way, she talks about her breasts for a minute. Don't let it freak you out. This is a lady part. Okay. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse. Let the compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Fun. She wants to stab him, but she also wants to not stab him, and that's what's going on in her head. That was a good time. Oh, we got some jokes. Daniel, you're killing it. Thanks for being here. Thanks again for inviting me. You're welcome. Every Sunday at 11 o'clock. Love to see you again. Never seen one Pringle all by itself either. That'd be a fun painting, though. Huh? Single Pringle. I'd buy it. Where do tiger cubs, at least it's not a sonnet. Thanks, Dad. That hurt a little bit, but that's fine. Where do tiger cubs learn to swim? I don't know. Where do tiger cubs learn to swim? You wish I'd show just a little bit of enthusiasm. Well, what the hell? I'm taking chances. That's what this thing's all about. Just trying to figure out what works and what doesn't, and finding my own voice artistically in performance. In the kiddie pool. Oh, come on. Awful. Where do tiger cubs learn to swim? In the kiddie pool. Okay, I kind of love it. That was fun. Let's spin the wheel, see what happens next. Yeah. That's a good point, Daniel. Oh, joke. Maybe in a comedy club. Where did the tiger learn to swim? In the kiddie pool. Nice. Another one? Okay, why not? I got a couple written down. Let's see. In the kiddie pool. How does a penguin build a house? It glues it together. It glues it together. It glues it. Well, I have another one. Hold on. It glues it together. Melons, we talked about that. Why did the computer get glasses? To improve its website. Here's a tip for you, Shayna. Get glasses. You're trying to improve your website. Okay. That was fun. All right. Then again, there is no single shenanigan. Why is that? That's a very legitimate question, and I salute you, sir. Nobody ever goes out and does a shenanigan. But there are, I don't know. That's something to think about. Thank you. Shayna. Sorry, geez, sorry. We screwed up the branding. My name is Shayna. For those who don't know, I assume it was said in that tone. I don't know for sure. Hope you didn't buy that book. Which book are you talking about? The joke book. Yeah. All right. I bought a dad joke book just for this show. Call it an investment. Why not? We'd have to make some money for it to be a deduction. Okay, so let's, we got some jokes. That was fun. Let's spin the wheel. Shayna again! It's a Shayna again! It's wonderful. Meet me in the prose library. Very nice. This, it's lovely. This is from Mary Oliver. It's almost a poem, but it's written in prose, so I thought I would share it with you as is in prose. Hope you enjoy. Here we go. When I Am Among the Trees by Mary Oliver. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and equally the beech, the oaks and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself, in which I have goodness and discernment and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows from their branches, and they call again. "It's simple," they say, "and you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine." Lovely. Shenanigans, not shenanigans, shenanigans. There we go. I just spilled my coffee. Nobody's got to know. All right, let's spin the wheel. Nothing else in the chat. Keep it coming, friends. Love to hear more of what's on your mind. Have I started selling my noodle merch? No. Shayna's referring to a wonderful show we saw with our friend Paul Platt's mother, whose name I don't even know, but I totally should learn because I've got a huge crush on her. It was a show based on a cult that is based on noodles. It's on pasta. You don't want to be a faker in that cult, or you'd be an impasta. You see what I'm saying? Nothing's impossible. It's a lot of that. It's like 90 minutes of that. And it was a great show. I haven't started selling the merch yet because I won't. All right. Adrienne is her name. Nice. Oh, how French. Love it. Okay, let's spin the wheel. She's so funny. She's great. I like her a lot. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, nice. Meet me at the campfire. Is it Adrian? It was funnier than how Johnny described it. What? I described it extremely. It was funny. Did it not make it sound funny? I thought it was wonderful. I'm not having crush. Oh, come on, I'm allowed to have crushes. It's a talent crush. Dad. I can look at a painting without yanking it off the wall. You know what I'm saying? Come on, give me a break. Let's see. Hey, Zen Koan. Perfect. I have a couple of those. This is a good one. I think you're going to like this one. This is Zen Koan number 74. True Reformation. Ryokan devoted his life to the study of Zen. One day he heard that his nephew, despite the admonitions of relatives, was spending his money on a courtesan. Inasmuch as the nephew had taken Ryokan's place in managing the family estate, and the property was in danger of being dissipated, the relatives asked Ryokan to do something about it. Ryokan had to travel a long way to visit his nephew, whom he had not seen for many years. The nephew seemed pleased to meet his uncle again, and invited him to remain overnight. All night Ryokan sat in meditation, As he was departing in the morning, he said to the young man, I must be getting old, my hands shake so. Will you help me tie the string of my straw sandal? The nephew helped him willingly. Thank you, finished Ryokan. You see, a man becomes older and feebler day by day. Take good care of yourself. And Ryokan left, never mentioning a word about the courtesan or the complaints of the relatives. But from that morning on, the dissipations of the nephew ended. Good advice. Here we go. Adrienne is her name. I think it's pronounced Adrienne. Might be Adrienne. Either way is pretty cool. It is way funnier. It was a great show. I enjoy it. You can follow them. It's called Candle Linguini is the name of their group. Candle Linguini. They have a Facebook and an Instagram. I am not allowed to have crushes. Yeah, Dad. You have a serious crush on Paul Platt's mom. We all know it. I'm only flesh and blood. You know what I mean? She's got it going on. She reminds me of Helen Slater from the 80s movies. I think she's fantastic. And a lovely singer. She's got a cool high vibrato folk singer voice. I think you'd dig it. Candle Linguini. It's an amazing cult. There you go. There it is right now. I'm not supposed to yank it off the wall. You do you, late guy. And it's all about, I'm married and I have 2 children. So, yeah, but, I don't know. Are you married? Are you single? You got a girlfriend or boyfriend or a non-binary friend? Partner? Whatever you are, it's all good with me. Candy Linguini. It's an amazing cult. An amazing cult. I'm glad you're fessing up to the level of your crush. Yeah, I can't fake it. I'm not going to pretend. It's a charming lady. All right, enough about this. Let's spin the wheel. Nice. Wisdom. Let's lay down some wisdom from on high. Now, my new buddy Daniel, he says that his dating life is tumbleweeds. I doubt it. I can't believe it. So a trivia host, anything where you have a microphone and you're in charge of the room, it makes you 10 times sexier. It has to. That's my only hope. That's why I've had a microphone my whole life, in the hopes. Paul loves it when I tell him we talk about his mom. Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure he's dealt with that his whole life. And Paul's also brilliantly talented, so it's an interesting. Let's lay down some wisdom from on high before I get deeper into trouble. I got some wisdom for you. This is a piece from Joseph Campbell, one of the great writers. Taught us all about the hero's journey and the power of myth. This is from Joseph Campbell's book, Reflections on the Art of Living. Nietzsche was the one who did the job for me. At a certain moment in his life, the idea came to him that what he called I got to start over because I'm getting the business. Sorry about that. This is from Joseph Campbell's book, Reflections on the Art of Living. Nietzsche was the one who did the job for me. At a certain moment in his life, the idea came to him that what he called the love of your fate, whatever your fate is, whatever the hell happens, you say, this is what I need. I may look like a wreck, but go to it as though it were an opportunity, a challenge. If you bring love to that moment, not discouragement, you will find the strength is there. Any disaster you can survive is an improvement in your character, your stature, and your life. What a privilege. This is when the spontaneity of your own nature will have a chance to flow. Then, when looking back at your life, you will see that the moments which seem to be great failures followed by wreckage were the incidents that shaped the life you have now. You'll see that this is really true. Nothing can happen to you that is not positive. Even though it looks and feels at the moment like a negative crisis, it is not. The crisis throws you back. And when you are required to exhibit strength, it comes. Wisdom, thank you. She is very adorable. I think we all stopped talking because we all went off to Google Adrienne, no last name given. She's not on Facebook, which I don't trust either, so. But we'll find out. That was fun. All right, then. Let's spin the wheel. Everybody still here? My problem with finding a lady is they're either married or betrothed. Is that really the problem, Dad? All right. Well, let's meet in the acapella library. We'll talk about it some more. Now, Dad wrote, my problem with finding a lady is that they're either married or betrothed. I think the problem is that you're in the house the whole time, and every woman you meet is married or betrothed to one of your sons. You just need to get out there and meet non-relatives. There's a lot of fish in the sea. Don't give up. Consequently says, I'm here, yay! I'm so glad you're still listening. Thanks for being here. Go ahead and do your chores. Can't seem to get Adrian off your mind. You're the one who brought up the candle linguine. And also, I don't get out much. Runs in the family. Well, since we're here in the beautiful acapella lounge, I'd like to sing another song for you, or read the lyricals. Read the lyrics to you. This is another Ben Folds song. This is On Being Frank by Ben Folds 5. Now, the genius of this song, one of my favorite things about Ben Folds, is that he will do character pieces. This song is sung in the first person by Frank Sinatra's body man. It's all imaginary, but he wanted to know. He was empathetic to somebody who had spent their whole life, opening the doors for Frank Sinatra and making sure the air conditioning is set the right way. And he had a whole entourage of people. And this song is from the perspective of one of those people years after Frank Sinatra's death. I'm going to do it as a character piece. I picture him as an older mob guy. And it's a brilliant, brilliant monologue written as a song by Ben Folds 5. Here we go. This is On Being Frank. I had it all. Or should I say I saw it all. And it's a long way from the dustbin in New Jersey to the top. Who would have known? Who would have known? I had a dream, but dreams had other plans for me. For 30 years, I set the thermostat where Frank Sinatra liked it. Pulled his girls and hung his hats. I never knew which ones were mine. Now he's gone, and I'm alone. And I don't know where I might be going. I rode the wind. The wind stopped blowing. Set me on the roadside coming home. But home, for me, was always someone else, You know that shadows always fall when the sun goes down. I shook the hands of mafia dons and presidents, and though they always smiled politely with a measure of decorum, still their eyes would scan beyond me for a glimpse of something more. But now he's gone. Now they're gone. And I don't know where I might be going. I rode the wind stopped blowing. Set me on the roadside coming home. But home, for me, was always someone else. That shadows always fall when the sun goes down. Alone. The shadow of a star. Don't you know that shadows always fall? Yeah, shadows always fall when the sun goes down. And I don't know where I might be going. I rode the wind stopped blowing. Set me on the roadside coming home. And home for me was always someone else. You go. It's a great song. Here we go. Can't seem to get Adrian off my mind. Dad doesn't get out much. Maybe she has a crush on you too. I sincerely doubt it. I'm trying to think if I have crushes on any local comedian. You have crushes on all the cute local comedians. I know you do deep down in your heart. How can you not? There's one I think is super hot, but I'm old enough to be his mom. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm sure there's several that are super hot and old enough to be their mom. This is probably a dangerous topic. Well, I'm not going to sell you out, but go ahead and have a crush. I think it's important that you differentiate. There's like crushes, like I'm going to go date this person and I want them to be in my life. And then there's like talent crushes. There's like, oh my God, every time I see this person, why am I still talking like this? Every time I see the person on stage, it makes me happy and I feel almost like being in love. That's the talent crush. Almost like being in love. And it's not sexual and it's not male or female. It's just, that's the magic. Nothing wrong with magic. Crushes are harmless, I agree. I'm not good at figuring out dad jokes usually. Oh, wait. Why is Miss Universe always from Earth? Oh, that's a classic. Very, very nice. What is the deal? Why is Miss Universe always from Earth? You think every now and then there'd be one from Mars. Come on now, people, hey? Love this guy. That guy's cool. It wasn't a dad joke. I think it was just an observation. Was that? Keep moving? You're right. Let's spin the wheel. To the theater. There are a lot of cuties in the Charlotte comedy scene. Women, too. There's some gorgeous women in the comedy scene, too, if you enjoy that sort of thing. And the fellas, there were so many, I think I could think of 5 separate guys who were good enough to coast on their looks. And they don't. They're all working. And I put them together in a boy band for a show last year just because I thought it'd be awesome. There was that many good-looking people. And the boy band called Midnight Snack kicked all kinds of ass. I really enjoyed that bit. And thank you for coming to that show, Shayna. I appreciate you. There are lots of cuties in comedy. Generally, they're good looking. All right, let's do a monologue. This month, I've been doing a tribute to Bob Newhart, great stand-up comedian and television actor, over 40 to 50 years of entertaining people. I've been doing his old bits. I like doing the bits of comedians when they die so that they live on beyond them. This is a bit about a bus driving school, and I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. It's been my experience in comedy that most good comedy comes out of your own personal experiences. And I grew up in Chicago, and the area of town I grew up in was at the end of the bus line. And the bus drivers would turn around, and they'd head back town. So I'd been watching bus drivers since I was like 5 or 6 years old and became convinced very early there must be a school that all bus drivers attend because they couldn't innately know these things that they're able to do. So I'd like to take you now to that school, and as we enter the course, we find the instructor talking to the student bus drivers. Gentlemen, you have just completed what's known as a basic course in bus driving. We're going to present you here with actual situations you'll be encountering while driving your buses. And it's primarily designed to find out whether you're going to be a good bus driver or possibly one of the great all-time bus drivers. Of course, when I say great all-time bus drivers, immediately comes to mind the name Larry Strickland. Probably the greatest bus driver of the 40s and then into the 50s, Neil Norlag. Certainly the greatest left-handed bus driver we've ever seen. So what we're going to do, we're going to take one of the students, Johnson, you want to get in the bus, and we're going to present you with situations that you very often encounter on your buses. All right, Johnson, you pull your bus in, all right, discharge your passengers. Nice. Now, let's see, if you look in your rear view mirror, you'll notice this old woman running for the bus. Yeah, you want to start running for the bus, Mrs. Selkirk? Let's see how Johnson handles this, okay? You're pulling out much too fast, Johnson. Hold it. Yeah, she gave up halfway down the block. Yeah, you know what you want to do is just kind of gradually ease out, all right? You know, you're kind of always holding out the hope that they can catch up with the bus. Now, another thing you have to watch, a lot of these older women, they'll run at 3/4 speed, and then they'll put on a final burst and catch up with the bus. So keep an eye out for that. So, all right, Johnson, let's try another one. Graham, you want to try your hand at the same problem? Okay, yeah. You want to get back to your mark, Mrs. Selkirk? Thank you. Okay, same question. You pull in, discharge your passengers. You want to start running, Miss Selkirk. Okay, let's see how Graham handles it. Okay, did you see how he slammed the door right in her face that time? That's called the perfect pullout. Also, it wasn't part of the problem, Graham, but it shows you're thinking on your feet. You blocked 2 full lanes of traffic that time. Very good. Okay, Graham. Yes, Mrs. Selkirk? We'll try situation 13, okay? Yeah. Graham? All right, we'll stay with Graham. We'll stay with you. You're doing very, very well. This happens very often. You're on your route, and all of a sudden a car pulls in front of you, and on the back is a sign, caution, student driver, learning to drive, something like that. All right, Graham, you want to be driving, all right? Mrs. Selkirk, you want to pull in front of him? Let's see how Graham handles this. Excellent. Excellent. He got back, I guess about 10, 15 car lengths, and got it up to around 60, and then when she's right on top of her, bang! He comes down on his brakes. Oh, man. Hitting the horn with the elbow. Huh? Could you notice how the car kind of swerved out of control when she dove for the floorboards? Oh, very good, Graham. All right. Yeah. Mrs. Selkirk, if you want to extricate yourself, thank you. Just crawl out the window. I think that's going to be a lot faster. Okay, now, this is a situation, and this will be our final situation. You're the woman getting on the bus with the packages, and I'm going to have to help you with this because this requires a lot of practice, and you can't be expected to know this the first time, but believe me, it's worth it, all right? So get on the bus. That's the way. Got a bunch of packages. All right, very good. All right, now start heading towards the back of the bus. Okay, now hit your accelerator. Now you brake. Good. Hit your accelerator. Brake again. Good. Good, good. You see how he kept her spinning in the aisle there? Now, the first couple of times you try that, you may hit your brake a little too soon. You may hit the accelerator a little too soon, but I guarantee you, within 5-6 weeks, you should be able to keep a woman spinning in the aisle for an indefinite amount of time. You want to get in your individual buses and just remember, accelerator, brake, accelerator, brake. All right. And for homework tonight, we're going to be mispronouncing the names of streets. Okay. See you tomorrow. There we go. It's little Bob. Oh, look at all this conversation. Fantastic. Nate wanted to know what's your favorite cartoon growing up. I was a Looney Tunes guy for sure. Heavy duty Looney Tunes guy. Then I got into Simpsons, then Family Guy, then South Park, and Archer, of course. But I was a Looney Tunes hardcore as a young man, and anything that played on Sesame Street. What was your favorite cartoon, if you're asking me? There are some cuties in the Charlotte comedy scene. How true that is. We talked about that. Two pretty ladies in your recent Comedy Zone show, Max Summers and Joy Wills. No doubt. No doubt. No harm to the eye. And they're both very, very funny. Newhart, good choice. Love me some Newhart. Everyone was so funny in that show, including you, of course. Thank you very much, Shayna. Daniel, answer. What do sprinters eat before a race? Nothing. They fast. They're not going slow. They fast. I like that one. All right, up to speed. Let's spin the wheel. Mine too. Opened up my whole world to classical music. Good answer, Daniel. Let's do a poem. This is Mysteries, Yes, by Mary Oliver. Oh, forgot the head. Mysteries, Yes, by Mary Oliver. Truly, we live with mysteries too marvelous to be understood. How grass can be nourishing in the mouths of the lambs. How rivers and stones are forever in allegiance with gravity, while we ourselves dream of rising. How two hands can join. Sorry, everybody. You guys deserve your money back. I'm sorry about this. This whole thing's falling apart. I gotta figure something out. I'm gonna try it again. Let's all pretend this didn't happen. Okay. Mysteries, Yes, by Mary Oliver. Truly, we live with mysteries too marvelous to be understood. How grass can be nourishing in the mouths of lambs. How rivers and stones are forever in allegiance with gravity, while we ourselves dream of rising. How two hands touch, and the bonds will never be broken. How people come from delight or the scars of damage to the comfort of a poem. Let me keep my distance always from those who think they have the answers. Let me keep company always with those who say, "Look!" and laugh in astonishment and bow their heads. I almost got it. Looks like that one's not going to make it on the TikTok. Ah, well. Still a lovely thought, though, right? Okay, now we got one more thing that we do here, Daniel. And I'm very glad you're here. One of the reasons that I like doing this show on Twitch is we play a word game. And I really enjoy this game. So I'm going to see if I can get it started right now. Here we go. Words on stream. Perfect. Whoops. Sorry, Daniel. Technical problems. Totally going to be worth it, though. And here we go. It's like Boggle, buddy. Oh, all kinds of problems. All right, it's like Boggle. Let's go down and do it. Bye, Dad. Love you, Dad. Love you, Stephanie. See you soon. Uh-oh. More hassles. Let me try again. This is embarrassing. Sorry about that, especially new guy. But it'll be worth it. Here we go. Okay. Hey, beautiful. And thus begins the game. Just type your answers into the chat, and we'll be playing. Here we go. Taurnl. Let's see. Tauren. That's a alien of some kind. It's got to be at least 4 letters. Ooh, wow. I got nothing. It's embarrassing. Oh, natural. Nice. Good one, Shayna. Very, very good. Oh, wow. Tarantula? No. That's the spatula? No. Launch? Round? I got nothing. This is horrific. Oh, come on, Daniel. Get in there. Maybe you can see one. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm so embarrassed right now. Can't do tauntlet. Would you get one, Shayna? Natural. Very nice. And rant. Oh, good one. Learn. I got nothing. This is, I can't even do trail. Want? Shayna. Oh, you're killing it, Shayna. Way to go. Way to go. All right. It's got to be. I wish I could do turnt. Oh, our buddy DJ Lake, NC Lake guy put in one. I can't quite see what it is right now, but if it didn't work, it's probably a 3-letter word or not a legal word. Let's see, rant, round. This one doesn't count. This is a warm-up that we're doing just for our friend North Carolina Lake guy. That's all this is. That's why it's not going great. We don't want to intimidate him. Natal. Oh, nice. Man, how did it... terrain, trown, tlana. This one doesn't even count. You understand what I'm saying? This one doesn't even count. This is just something that we did together just to get warmed up. Let's see, trun. Yep, trun doesn't work, I'm afraid. All right, but let's try it again. I think this next round we're going to do way better because we're all on the same page now. So here we go. Shayna blew that one out. She is the queen of this game. All right, here we go. I'm in. I wish they gave the answers too. Oh, it counts. There you go, Shayna. All right. Fair enough. It counts. All right. We got eggs. We got bites. Oh, you did bites. Thank you. Single bite. Oh, I was hoping I could do baguettes, but I can't. Only 4 more points. We can do it, team. Shenanigans got it. Way to go, Shayna. Shenanigans. Oh, somebody already got gets. Nice. Tags, ticker, Still, we're going to the next round. I'm very excited. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. I have to pee immediately, but I'm going to see if I can't keep this together. Segs, I think, is that a legal word? I didn't think so. That's just what people say when they don't want to say sex in a comment for some reason. Segs. Gibbist. Gibbist did not make the list, I'm afraid. Gibbist. But best would work. Should have done best. Geist. Geist sounds like a word. I got to give you that. I've heard of the zeitgeist. Okay, you have to go get ready for Pilates, and I got to go do my thing too. Let's call this for now. Meet me at the talk show desk. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you coming and checking out the show. Daniel will be right here, same time next week on Tuesday or Sunday at 11 o'clock in the morning with more fun things to share. Until next time, remember, there's only one way to save ourselves in this country, and that's for everyone to love one another. So love yourself first, and then find somebody else to love. Then, if you can, love everybody. That's what I'm trying to do. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep shining through, just like you always do, and the blue skies will push the dark clouds far away. And would you please say hello to the folks that I know and tell 'em I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Now, till next time, be good, but not too good. Bye-bye. meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.